about a subject today that is really deep in my heart. And this is not an easy topic, but I want to talk about it, even though it's uncomfortable, really uncomfortable. Yeah. So it is the process of grief, and how grief is a transformative process. And as some of you may know, in 2017, my son, William, he was incredible, powerful, elegant, beautiful, peaceful, happy, gritty. He was badass. So my son chose to ascend on his own accord, as his friends describe it. My son, Will, committed suicide in 2017. You know, it sucked. I was devastated. I got knocked to my knees. And my life, you know, when something like that happens, like you think that nothing could be worse. But what happens after something like that is the ramifications of all the things that get uncovered after grief happens. It's like the grief bomb, you know, like boom, things explode, and you get up and you look around, and it's a whole different landscape. Things are covered that used to be uncovered. Things are uncovered that used to be covered. And the things that are often revealed are the things that were never healed, that were wounds that were either passed through you from family karma, or things maybe in your own life that you never had to deal with because it was too painful. And that's why I say grief is transformational, because I had to relive the loss of my brother, who died at the same age, at 22. And Will was 22. I mean, that's messed up. It's messed up. And yeah, it's really messed up. And I realized that, man, I could either fake it and lie to myself that I was okay, or I could roll around and fully dig into what those losses were about, so that I could heal. And I could heal and also serve from here. Woo. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to sit in that for a sec. And I think what I know is that because I feel, I can heal. And the healing process is a continual process. And what I want you to know is that even in the depths of grief and suffering is joy, is bliss. Because no motion lives alone. Yeah. Does that make sense? That, we want to say that it's either this or that. And the bottom line is, if I've learned nothing from my son, Will, as a duality, is complete bullshit, that ultimately everything is one. Love is one. God is one. So if we can get away in our own psychology with, it's either this or that, or they or them, that it's just one, that if we come from a place of love and realizing that even in the mess is beauty, it's pretty magnificent. Yeah, it's pretty magnificent. So the reason why I wanted to talk about the transformative power of grief is because, obviously there's something called post-traumatic stress. We all know it. But now what psychologists and researchers are discovering is that there's something called post-traumatic transformation. Now that's yummy. That through grief, we can transform and transmute ourselves into something exquisite. The whole experience becomes a knowingness once we surrender fully to the knowingness, the sorrow, the grief, the healing, that we can become more. Yeah, we can. So yeah, I didn't expect this to go like this. But I did want to share with you that, to know from my heart to your heart, that it's possible to heal grief, even the loss of a child. And I'm not saying it's a process that's complete. What I'm saying to you is that you can come to a place of peace and understanding that it had to be this way, that this way was the way it is, and you come into a place of acceptance. And then you're able to figure out ways that you can grow and add value from there. And it really, as a result, it made me redefine my meaning. Like, why am I here? Because ultimately it was after Will died, and, year 1, year 2, and in year 3, I'm like, okay, well, like, I've done it. I birthed this angel child, and then I released him. I released him to God. All right, what higher calling is that? Like, I have peace around it at some level. And I didn't realize that, like, what else would there be? What else could I possibly, what other meaning could a woman or a mom or a parent, anyone ever do but birth and release a child? I was like, I don't know. And then what I realized, one day, it was on Will's anniversary date of his death, last year, October. And I was like, oh, I know what it is. I'm here to help men, especially men, but also women, claim that part of them, that broken part of them, so they realize that they're worthy. Let's have powerful conversations. Let's give language to our emotional experiences so that we can be heard, so that we can connect with each other. And it just gave me a whole new sense of meaning. So I would just say to you, if there is some trauma in your life, there's challenges that you've been through that you feel like you're stuck in, there's help out there. There are people out there that have gone through, hundreds of thousands of people have lost children. I'm not alone, and nor are you alone in whatever challenge you're going through. You're not alone. Not truly, you're not. And any time that you want to reach out to me. I'm here for you. And I appreciate you listening to this. And I hope if any piece of this has touched you, thank you for allowing these words to come into you and speak into you. I wrote a book called Claim Your Inner Warrior. My son Will is on the cover. You can pick that up on Amazon. I talk about grief, and it's especially geared towards men, but it's for anybody. And if you have any questions in regards to that, please check it out. But thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. You have greatness within you. And remember, you're not alone. I'm here for you, and you have people around you that really give to Hahudas. So reach out to them if you're struggling, because you're not alone. All right, take good care. Thanks for tuning in.